so I'm Nicole from Soap Today, and I wanted to introduce myself and how I got into soap making because I do get asked that a lot when I'm out at the sales. So it started for me about sixth grade that I broke out really bad and I had really bad inflammation, like rosacea. My skin was very red, pimples, everything. And in school, I was even called pizza face. And so my brother had issues with rashes. He would get rashes from every type of soap. I would get them with some soaps, but not all soaps. My brother, even laundry detergent, everything like that. So me and my brother were both dealing with skin issues, and my mom was battling it, like trying so hard. She tried every different types of soap, asking people. They would tell her, oh, try this, try that, and it seemed like nothing worked for me and him. We kept getting rashes. My face would get so red and broken out, and it seemed like nothing was working. Well, as a kid, I read a lot, so my mom finally came home one day with a stack of books for me, and she said all about skincare, written by dermatologists, all about how to help naturally. And so she told me, you're gonna have to figure it out, read these books, and figure something out for you and your brother. So when I started reading the books, my brother started researching on YouTube, and then we came together and we were like, I think it's time, like, we need to make natural products because it seems like everything we're using, just nothing's helping us. So when it came to making soap, I was too scared to mix the lye water. So my brother said he would do it. He would make the soap and I could make everything else girly that I wanted. So body butters and sugar scrubs and all that stuff I could do myself, but he'll do the soap. So he started making soap for our family, and he was very simple about it. He tried different things like different oils and butters. He would try oatmeal or not oatmeal, but that's basically it. So his bars were very natural and very natural coloring and everything. Like, this is my oatmeal bar and this is one of my shampoo bars, but it would look just like this, what he would make, and he never scented them. And they were so for years and years I would bug my brother, which it helped. So we went all natural with the soaps and stuff, and it helped. So but for years we were using just very plain bars, and so I kept asking him, can we get scent, can we do something, can we make it fun somehow? Finally, me and my mom, we don't agree on scents that we like. My mom likes more bakery scents like vanilla and cinnamon. I want sweet and fruity, like strawberries and peaches. Finally, me and my mom, the one thing we do agree on is roses. So he started making rose scented soap. So we either got rose or unscented, with or without oatmeal. And that's all we got for the next few years. So how I got into making soap. When me and my husband first got together, I found out his family has eczema, and his sister asked for some homemade soap. She said she knew that it would help with her and her family. So I told my brother, oh, can you make more soap for them now? And he goes, no. He said, I'll teach you how to make the soap and you can make it for their family. He goes, but I make for our family. He goes, I don't want to do more than that. So he came over one day and he brought all of his equipment. He brought a ton of different oils and butters and ingredients, like oatmeal. And so what he did was he took me online to brambleberry.com. That's where I use my soap, the lye calculator. He taught me how to use it. And we did 3 different soap bars that night and showed me how to use the lye calculator with each formulation you were doing. So if I was doing different oils and butters, how to do that. He also showed me how to use a fragrance calculator to how much fragrance load to put into each batch. So we went to Brambleberry, and that's where he showed me how to do it. We made 3 different batches. I gave some to her, and then she was really excited about it. She was like, oh, you need to scent and color them, but you need to go sell them. They work really good. So I kept practicing, and I came up with different And even if you've been one of my regular followers and have used my soap, you even know I've changed my formulation over time. I started out with something more simple, basic ingredients that my brother showed me. But then I was doing research on what can help with skincare, especially like anti-aging, wrinkles, fine lines, with the blemishes. I used to have really bad dark spots here and under my eyes. And so I wanted to, and I found that rice bran oil actually really helps with all of that. That's why rice bran oil or rice bran powder is in so much anti-aging products. And so I started looking in stores, and I just started seeing it more and more into all those products, and I go, I really think I need to get into this. So I reformulated again to add rice bran oil, and I'm glad I did. But my sister-in-law is the one who put it into me and my husband's head, like, hey, you need to go out to markets and sell your product. It's really good. Well, so me and my husband talked about it, and he goes, well, what is it that you want? What if you were to sell it? And I go, I want scent and color. I lived without it for so long. And so I said, I want scent and color, and I want like something that I would want, because I didn't have it for so long. So when I started making my soaps, like I do simple swirls and colors, but I just want very vibrant soaps and good smelling soaps. Going back to the rice bran oil, one thing that I have always told myself, and I stuck to it, is when I'm making my soaps, and I'm making them, I use the soaps that I sell to you guys, and that means a lot to me. And I want to say this nicely, but it does mean a lot to me, because I've battled skincare for so long, and I still battle it. If I use anything other than like all natural, like I've even proven it to my husband. Let me give you a story. So because I'm into skincare, a lot of people think, oh, I'm gonna gift Nicole skincare products. So a lot of times they gift me products, and the truth is I always end up giving them to my husband, and I say, here, you could use these. And one time he had a talk with me about it. He's like, you know, people buy you these things, you really should use them. And I go, if I use it, it's gonna ruin my skin. You'll see. Like it won't. He goes, you have good skin. I go, I only have good skin because I'm using my soap. If I use anything else, I break out very red and I get pimples. It's very bad. Even it's not age and puberty. I'm far past that, but it'll still happen. And I go, I could get rashes. Like, I don't want to use it. And so to prove to him, because he didn't believe me, because he thought my skin always being clear from when he knew me, I used a product that had been gifted to me, and immediately, like, I broke out, very bad pimples, redness, everything. And he was like, what happened to you? And I go, I told you. You've only known me since I've been using homemade soaps. So you don't know that this happens to me. So one thing I feel very strongly about is not using any extra additives to my soap to make them perfect. My coloring is going to be natural. So if it comes out this color, it comes out this color. If I add pink and it comes out this color, it's gonna be this color. I'm not gonna add an additive to get a more vibrant color. I'm not gonna add additive to not get smooth edges. Like, I don't know if you can tell, but the edges may not be smooth. They come out rough sometimes. I'm not gonna add an additive to get more lather. I use coconut oil. I'm not gonna add an additive to speed up the curing process. I take my full month. I don't add any additives because I know what it'll do and how it'll affect me. And so I take that very seriously. If I can't use it, I'm not gonna make you guys use it. I know that when people do handmade soaps, they get very, the, when you get into the artistic side, sometimes because you want those perfect soap bars, the perfect edges and the perfect colors and things like that, or you want the lather or cure time or whatever, and sometimes that helps with cost. And I don't cut those corners. I make it as natural as possible. And that's very important to me. And so I just want you guys to know that you're not getting a different product that I wouldn't give myself. I use the like rice bran oil because that was important to me. I wanted to take good care of my skin. So it's been important to me. So I know what it's like to be called pizza face at school. And you know, the one thing I've learned with clearing up my skin, that when I leave the house now, I leave in confidence, because I feel like anything I go do now, if I go to a market or I go wherever, and I can enter a place not worrying about the first thing people are gonna see is my zits. And that, I just wanna give you guys that same confidence. And so that's why it is important to me. I know how it feels to try and be hiding your face, and then when you walk into, say, a job interview, or you walk into class and you're like, people are staring at me, and then you lose your confidence and your self-esteem and things like that. I can't do this, or I want to give you guys that same confidence that it gave me. So that's something that I want you guys to know, is that when I make my soaps, I come from a place of having to fight it, and that I also am dedicated to helping you guys, to help build confidence. And when I see people, for example, I hate missing a weekend. I go out, I'm from Fresno, California. I go out to the cherry auction on Saturdays. It's like a swap meet out here in Fresno. When I go out to the swap meet every Saturday, there's days you want to miss or whatever, but when I see how it helps people, for example, there's an older woman and she came up and we were having trouble communicating, but she was wearing open-toed sandals and she was pointing at her feet, and I saw her feet and ankle area was just covered with eczema. And I was like, oh my God, how is she even walking right now? And so I gave her one of my oatmeal soaps. I was like, because I know that oatmeal has an added benefit for sensitive skin. It helps with eczema, psoriasis. So I gave her an oatmeal soap, and she came back a couple weeks later and so excited to show me her feet, that her feet had cleared up. And I'm like, that's why I gotta go every day. That's why I gotta go to the swap meet. Not every day, I'm sorry. That's why I gotta go to the swap meet every Saturday. That's why I can't miss a day. I hate missing, because people like that, I'm like, they need me. I can't imagine how much pain she was in walking. And that's why I don't want to add anything to my soaps, is because I can't imagine hurting her feet more than it already does. So that's my story. It does come from somewhere personal, that I've battled with it. I still battle with it. I use my products and I'm picky about it. Not that I haven't tried other people's products and they're good, but I'm just saying, I know what I put into them, and I know the care that I put into them. And so I just wanted to introduce myself to you guys and why I started making soaps and selling them.